We're going to continue with section 4.6, functions, on the back side of the notes. So functions, we'll flip to the back side and talk about function notation. If you haven't completed number 3, 4, 5, and 6 on your own to bring to class tomorrow, then you should make sure that you have finished those. So function notation. Function notation is just a fancy or more formal way of writing an equation. Let me give you an example. We write an equation of a line like this, y equals 2x plus 4. Okay? In function notation, it looks like this. F of x, a function of x equals 2x plus 4. So we're just changing the y into f of x is how you read that, f of x, or a function of x is equal to 2x plus 4. Okay, so that's an easy switch, no problem. So we have done problems where we say things like this. Find y if x equals 3. And so if you wanted to find y if x equals 3, you would simply write y equals 2 times 3 plus 4. And you get 6 plus 4 and you get y equals 10. Okay? So find y if x equals 3, no problem. Plug that in for x, simplify the right side, and we get y equals 10. Now in function notation, instead of writing all of these words out, they write this, f of 3. And this basically says, find the function, or find the value of the function if x, instead of an x being here, there's a 3 in its place. So f of 3 would simply be 2 times 3 plus 4. So we'd get f of 3 equals 10. So these are the same thing we did here. The notation is just a little different. Now, you have to understand that this doesn't mean f times 3 equals 10. So you don't go through and then divide both sides by 3 to get f alone. We're trying to find the value of f of 3, and this is the value of f of 3. So let's practice that a little. It says find the value of each function, and it says if f of x equals 2x plus 5 and g of x equals 3 minus 8x. So if we want to find f of negative 2, the first thing you need to be sure of is that you're looking at the right function, the f function. So f of negative 2 would simply be 2 times negative 2 plus 5. We're just putting the negative 2 in place of this x. And then you find the value of it. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. Negative 4 plus 5 equals 1. So f of negative 2 equals 1. That's it. That's all there is. So let's jump down to 9 here. G of negative 4, this time you just look at the g function. So g of negative 4 would be 3 minus 8 times, instead of x, we put a negative 4 in there. Make sure you follow the order of operations here. So you can't do 3 minus 8. You do 3, and then negative 8 times negative 4 would be plus 32. 3 plus 32 then would be 35. So some teachers will let you leave it like this. We're going to write g of negative 4 equals 35. How about these two, 8 and 9? This says f of 1 plus 4. So what you're going to do is find the value of the function at 1, f of 1, using the f function. So f of 1 is 2 times 1 plus 5. This is f of 1. And then we're going to add 4 to it. So 2 times 1 is 2, 2 plus 5 is 7, and 7 plus 4 is 11. So f of 1 plus 4 equals 11. Okay, so it's just saying find the f of 1 and add 4 to it, which is different from number 10. This says g of x plus 1. So that means every place you see an x in this one, you plug in x plus 1. So what's inside the parentheses is always what you're plugging in. There's only a 1 in the parentheses here, so we're just plugging in a 1 and then adding 4 at the end. So this one would look like this. G of x plus 1 equals 3 minus 8 times x plus 1. So what goes in the parentheses here in place of x is whatever is in the parentheses here. So g of x plus 1 equals 3, follow the order of operations, minus 8x minus 8. And so g of x plus 1 equals, simplify what you can. The 3 and the negative 8 can be simplified, so we get negative 5 minus 8x. You can also switch these around and it would still be right. Negative 8x minus 5. Okay? So, it's just a matter of plugging in the values for whatever you need. What I want you to do is try these problems and bring them to class with you tomorrow. I know it says dry erase, but I want you to bring them to class with you tomorrow, and we'll go over these problems at the beginning of class tomorrow.